In this episode, we leave the Exumas and head to the first out island for us, which was Long Island. It was about a 40-mile sail. We did an overnighter at Sims and then sailed the next day down to Thompson Bay.
As soon as we hit deeper waters, we finally caught our first big fish. With 3 fish on at once, we didn't have a free hand to grab the video camera, but we were able to get a couple of pictures after the fact. We only kept 1 fish. There's not enough room in our tiny freezer for more than that. And just so you know, filleting a fish in 3-foot seas underway is not ideal. Seasickness quickly kicked in, but it was worth it.
On the sail from Sims to Thompson's, we got a bit of a squall. We had winds in the low to mid 20s. We were fully reefed on the main and had the jib reefed, and we're still making about 7.5 knots. Despite the wetness, it was a pretty good sail.
The skies cleared, the sun came out, and we carried on safely to Long Island. Good morning from Long Island, Bahamas. We found out that there's a farmer's market here in Thompson Bay on Saturday mornings. So we are about to head out, zip over to land, and see if we can find some fruits and veggies. Fingers crossed.
One of the tricky parts about coming to a new island is always finding a good spot to tie up the dink. You have tides, winds, rocks, and unknown variables to contend with. This island happened to have a privately owned dock that they allow cruisers to use, which was a great thing.
To get anywhere on land involves walking or dragging our bikes to shore. Our first adventure of the day was the farmer's market. Veggies are kind of hard to come by here because they're all shipped in from the States and ridiculously expensive, so it was really exciting to find some locally grown stuff. We found tons of things, but really just needed a few. We can only keep food for a few days without it going bad. This was really a happening spot this Saturday. They even had some unexpected surprises that we had no need for on LunaSea.
After the farmer's market, we headed off to our next adventure.
Jazz hands.
Where are we headed now?
To find the grotto, another grotto.
Some caves.
A cave.
Some of the really unique items in the Bahamas don't come with specific directions. In this case, we had some general guidance from a local cruiser on how to get here, but there's no signs and very few trail markings, and in a lot of cases, really overgrown trails, so it's hard to find your way to get exactly where you're going.
Immediately after he said we couldn't find it and we were going back to the street, there was a left turn.
Hidden trail.
Here it is. We found the cave entrance. How exciting is this? There's no bats though.
I heard bats. Just didn't see any.
Really?
You gotta go deeper inside.
Gotta go deep in the cave.
Gotta go deep in the cave. That's what she said.
We forgot our flashlights though, so it's kind of hard to see anything. We're not very professional cavers.
Spelunkers.
But we have spinach, so we're good.
We're good. I like your cave, it's real big.
With our adventures over for the day, it was time to head back to LunaSea. So we just hit the farmer's market and check that out. Spinach, kale, and bell peppers. And this much spinach at the store, $6. At the farmer's market, locally grown, not shipped in, $2, which is way better. Yay.
One of the downsides to this amazing lifestyle is sometimes missing significant events and milestones of friends and family back home.
Happy birthday, Lori. Happy 40th birthday from Long Island, Bahamas.
Happy birthday. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Drinking at 9:30 a.m. just for you.
It's a Becker special.
After our early morning mimosa, we headed off to the beach. The beach on the Atlantic side of Thompson Bay is absolutely one of my favorite, and we've seen a lot of beaches in the Bahamas. It was a calm day because the wind was out of the west, and the Atlantic is on the east side of Long Island. We were able to get in the water and explore this completely deserted beach.
What you doing, Jamie?
Filtering the words that were coming out of my mouth 3 seconds ago.
Why are you filtering the words?
Because some people make stupid apps and then they don't. I'm making a video and it takes all of this to edit it and it doesn't all work together. It's dumb. We got word of a cruiser's happy hour on the beach. That means bonfires, appetizers, and drinks with a whole load of people that were hanging out in the anchorage with us. This is one of our favorite things to do, especially when we have cool people like Salty Paws to provide some entertainment. Thanks so much for tagging along on our Thompson Bay visit. Check in next time for Cape Santa Maria, Long Island. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share with your friends. Thanks.